Welcome back to the CTE show, and Victor's not here, even though he made us rename the show. Fucking Brazilian piece of shit is all I have to say. But in today's episode, we're not talking about the fight night that happened, alright? We're going to get into some juicy stuff, some juice, some nice... Well, not the juice. Let me get that straight. But I want to talk about today, the main topics we're going to go over is Jiri Prochazka versus Paulo Costa, apparently for the Interim Championship. I got some thoughts about that, even as the Jiri Glazer. I don't like that. And we are going to also talk about Josh Hokit and Tom Aspinall. Because he's going after Tom, he's going after Alex, and it's going to be... It's going to be bad. It's going to be bad.
I think so.
Fight feed. What do you think? We'll start off with Josh Hokit, I think. Hokit, going after Tom Aspinall. I will get the I'll get the quotes up for the viewers. But he's kind of he's going after Tom, isn't he? He's going after Tom quite heavily here, it seems like.
Yeah. He has been too. You know, it's been something that I've seen from him. And look, I've been a supporter of Josh Hokit, and you and I are I think two really like first day supporters after we watched what he did with Curtis Blades. Obviously before that too, but the Curtis Blades fight, I think you and I were both in agreement that it's all good to do all the bullshit that he does because he fights his ass off. But one thing I'm never going to be okay with, obviously being a fan of Tom Aspinall, that's one thing. But the second thing is I'm never going to be okay with people who we literally watched Tom get fucking eye gouged 2 times in both eyes. And it's just crazy to me that there's people out there, especially fighters, who like continue on with this narrative that Tom is like completely faked an injury and that he just doesn't want to fight and all this bullshit. I just don't subscribe or believe in any of that. And also I think I get what Hokit's doing because he's trying to get a big fight. But at the end of the day, if we actually examine the situation, Tom still hasn't even been out for a full year. And there's no way in hell he's getting stripped is how I feel. And I just think that Hokit's kind of just running his mouth. And I don't necessarily think there's any like credence to what he's saying in terms of the UFC wanting to cut Tom. That shit's not going to happen, in my opinion. What do you think about it?
Well, I just think, look, I think he's doing what he needs to do to stir the pot and get his name into the title contention. I think he needs to obviously win. Again, he needs to get a top 5 win before he's in any sort of title shot. But I just want to read through, obviously what he said, just to recap for us both. So the first thing he said was, Tom gets an eye poke, gets butt hurt, none of us bought it, then hires Dana's enemy Eddie Hearn, so he could become a boxing bargaining chip for Eddie's beef with Dana. Then Eddie hits Ariel's anti-Dana propaganda show multiple times to drive the dagger deeper. Get the fuck out of here. Strip that holdout or cut him. I'm 10-0 and number 4 in the world. Give me Ciryl Gane in 26. I'll break Merab's defense record in 27. And he goes on. The heavyweight division needs a champ who actually wants to fight, not another injury-prone holdout. I'll read the whole thing and then we'll respond because this is just silly in my opinion. Plus, I will completely reset the heavyweight storyline. I ain't dodging Alex Pereira. He's great for business and stays active, but why destroy Powerton right after the Gane dismantling? Let's build that fight up and get his aura back first. I want his aura for myself. And then that's all I've got on this post. So the thing that I have a problem with there, with what he's saying, is things. He's like when he says things like injury prone, hold out, this sort of thing. It's not injury prone to here he is, he finally shows up to work, piece of shit.
Keep going, not hearing yet. I think I'm gonna hear right about now.
So Tom's not injury prone. All right, he's literally just got his eyes gouged out in a fight.
Yep.
And Hokit's here calling him injury prone. He's a holdout. He's this. He's that. He's really not. Like, it's just a silly stance to have, but I do get it.
Yeah.
Hokit's trying to, he's trying to, and he's gone. He's trying to stir up controversy and all this other stuff. But I don't know, man. I
It's
like
bullshit.
Hokit. I like Hokit. I know it's his character. I know what he's trying to do. But I feel like if you're going to trash talk, you need to at least have something like decent to go off, if you know. Like,
Yeah.
if you know what I mean.
No, I agree, dude. I'm surprised too to see him almost take a step back from the. He did hit on more of Alex Pereira there. Like he says, he hits the whole like chama on the mama thing, but like he definitely took it easy on him in those tweets, which was actually surprising because he's kind of been targeting the Poetan, trash talk. And I look, if we're gonna look at the Tom Aspinall situation, he could be, he is definitely grasping at straws, saying like injury prone, because the last injury Tom had was 2022, if my memory serves, which was the ACL injury, a freak injury that honestly probably happens to most, MMA athletes, especially at the professional level, at least one time, I would think. But to say that he's injury prone from that when Tom only had that injury, came back, and then literally like we watched Tom get injured in the octagon because Ciryl Gane can't follow rules. Yeah, there's all that. I also think it's dude, I think that Tom Aspinall, I think Pereira, and I think Gane, I think they beat the absolute hell out of Hokit. Now, we've been wrong before. It's just I don't see how Hokit's game plays into the game of all three of those guys, because these are all three guys that are very fast for the heavyweight division in and of itself. And I think Hokit's really had success thus far being fast, having a little bit of the takedown threat, but more so having the quickness and the agility. I don't think he's actually going to have that against these guys. And so what else does Hokit have in that matchup? Absolutely fucking nothing. Because if you break down the physical stats, he's 6'1". He's got like a 72 or 73 inch reach. He's got a shorter reach than Ian Gary. So, I mean, like if we're really breaking this all down, it's like the only option this guy has, in my opinion, is like, maybe somehow, out grappling, which I don't see him being able to do against an Aspinall or even a Pereira, but maybe he can get Gane down. It's tough to say. If Aspinall can't get Gane down, I don't know. Like Hokit might actually have the better like wrestling credentials. It's just I can't see how his game translates to him beating any one of those guys. Like I would be shocked if he beat any one of them, to be honest with you.
I agree. And look, even though Hokit does have the wrestling credentials, we've seen against Waldo and against Derek, he doesn't really rely on it too much. He's really just going in, swinging the overhands, going for the finish. Yeah. And if he tries that against a Tom or a Ciryl especially, he's going to get like flattened, like inside a round. Yeah. And I like Hokit, obviously. I'm a big Hokit fan. I think he's really good for the sport. He's good for the division, makes things interesting. But I think he's going to be one of those guys where it's like, I really think like the top three heavyweights are just like untouchable. I don't think anyone else outside of the top three beats them. I don't see like Waldo beating Alex. I don't see like fucking Volkov beating Alex. Volkov might pitter-patter on points, maybe. But Ciryl Gane and Tom, there's fucking no way. I like Hokit's.
Yeah.
And look, it's not all about size, as I tell my Mr. Bromo all the time. But at heavyweight, especially when you got someone like Ciryl Gane who's massive, who's strong, who's fast, and he's got a really, really good jab, and he's great at keeping the the range and the distance. I think Hokit's gonna struggle. Here he is again. I think Hokit's going to struggle with getting in on Ciryl Gane, on Alex Pereira, and Tom Aspinall, those sorts of guys. So I agree. Oh, Victor, I don't know what the fuck that noise is. What is that? You've got fucking wind chimes up. What is that?
I don't think, can he hear us?
What's he doing? I'm keeping this in. I'm keeping this in. I'm not editing this shit out.
It's just a fucking hilarious.
He's got that fucking... He's got that Brazilian fucking... Can you hear us now?
Yes.
Jesus Christ.
There we go.
Anyway.
Fuck, I deserve a fucking cigarette. After
he deserves a cigarette for turning up late and fucking playing wind chimes down the microphone. Distracting everyone. I'm keeping all I'm keeping all this in, but by the way, we don't edit shit out. on the
Yeah.
on the new and improved.
How are you guys doing?
We're doing great, man.
I say new and improved. It's fucking not, is it? Anyway, Victor, right, back on track. So we're talking about Josh Hokit and what he said about Aspinall and Alex Pereira. What are your thoughts on what he was saying? You know, he's like trashing Tom, he's trashing Alex. What are your thoughts?
I think he fucking shat his pants. I think he doesn't want Poatan. I think that's pretty clear. But I mean, when you call out Ciryl Gane, you're not really that afraid type of guy. But Alex Pereira, when he gets mad, everyone remembers, I don't want to go back to the tire shop. He does not want to go back to that tire shop. And I think Josh Hokit will learn that very soon once they fight. But I think it's a symptom, Josh Hokit, of how shit heavyweight is. We saw like that guy the big black guy against the fat other guy who got choked out. Do you guys remember from the fight feed the guy's name?
Was it Peppa Pig? Barnett?
The big black guy and the big fat guy. That's how good heavyweight is, guys. Victor's come. You don't even know the names of these fucking.
Yeah, it was that Hamdi Abdullah Wahab?
No, he arm choked the guy very ugly. The arm triangle, the fat guy on the main event.
Oh shit.
Yeah, by doesn't matter. That's how shit it is. Like, if you are a little bit athletic, you will be able, like we saw Lehian Douglas get brutally slimed out. And we know, like, the guy is good. But look at the difference. Like, you can be talented, you can have power. If you are if you go in there arrogant, if you go there trying to take the guy's head off and get a bonus, that's what Lehian Douglas tried to do. He was trying to get a bonus. You are going to get slimed out because featherweight is insane quality. In heavyweight, you just need to be not obese. And even if you are obese, you're going to knock out Kennedy in Ngannou trying to out-of-arm.
Yeah.
So, you see, clearly Lehian Douglas is a better fighter than Josh Hokit. But one is getting slimed out in the prelims, and the other is top 5 in the division after 3 fights.
Yeah.
Like, it's insane to think how Josh Hokit is already the top of the division. He has won a fight inside the top 5. And about the speech he gave, I think that it's commendable to call out Ciryl Gane. But he's a clown, bro. He doesn't deserve to fight Ciryl Gane. We need to give that shit to Volkov or Pavlovich, not Josh Hokit.
What about if we give Josh Hokit to Pavlovich? How do we think that fight goes? Like, do we think Hokit will Pavlovich or no? I agree, by the way.
Let's do it.
I think Pavlovich would probably smoke him, to be honest. And look,
Pavlovich would fucking.
Sorry,
I'm not gonna say what I was going to say, but Pavlovich is gonna kill him. Let's put it that way. That fight, I would love to see that fight. And imagine Ciryl Gane, like, this guy's so fucked. He's way in over his head. And I think he knows.
Yeah,
he knows.
Ciryl Gane's like an absolute, like, in my opinion, like I said about Alex Pereira, I don't think he's got any chance against Ciryl Gane. And Pavlovich, right? And I don't want people to think, oh, I'm switching on Hokit because he trashed Aspinall. I don't mind the trash talk. It makes things interesting. I still like Hokit. I think he's an entertaining guy. But like from a stylistic standpoint,
me too. Yeah.
I think Pavlovich
would. You don't understand.
I think Pavlovich would knock him out. I think he would knock him out.
If you think that fight is close, guys, you don't understand. Sergey Pavlovich is on another level. I don't think I need our audience is hardcore. I think this is consensus, and that's what I'm saying. Like, Hokit is in a point where there is no fight for him in which he doesn't get sodomized. That's the guy's current situation, and I mean, he's in for the money. I think he doesn't mind getting sodomized, but I think he needs to be very careful right now because the aura loss. If he goes out crazy, there is no fight that shit's gonna pull off. There is no more Derek Lewis. There is no more Curtis Blades. I thought it was in over his head. I admit. I thought that was a big jump, but it's another level. Like Sergey Spivak is the same level as Curtis Blades, and we saw like he got dominated by Vitor Petrino, who was just outside the rankings. There's a big jump in that top 5 of the heavyweight division, and I think Hokit. It's only thinking about Sergey Pavlovich getting into the cage with him. I already think it's over for our clown.
Yeah, I think because me and Fifey were just saying before you joined that, like, I think that basically what you just said, like, the top 3 guys beat everyone else in the division, and it's only those top 3 guys that could beat the top 3 guys. Like the Gane, Tom, and Alex. Those 3 guys at heavyweight, I don't think anyone beats them. I could see a world though.
Volkov and Pavlovich, we can put on that level,
well,
I think.
I did say to Fightfeed, I don't know what Fightfeed thought about this. I did say I think Volkov could maybe pitter-patter at Alex for 3 rounds maybe and get a decision.
I see that happening.
Yeah,
my opinion with that, my opinion with that one is okay. I think Volkov and Pavlovich. Now, if it's the refrigerator Pavlovich that we just saw knock out Taliesin, a lot of people are in trouble, in my opinion, right? If it's the Sergey who is kind of been gun shy ever since Tom knocked him out, which, look, from fight to fight, he might come back and show to be that guy again, where he's like, oh shit, I don't know if I can actually KO this guy, questioning things. There's a chance. Now with Volkov, I could see Pereira kind of wading through and actually finding a big shot and knocking him out, because
that's an easier fight.
Yeah, and Volkov the reach is not that different either.
Volkov robbed Waldo Cortez Acosta.
Waldo was landing some big shots on him too, to be fair.
Yeah.
And that's Waldo. He's pretty short for the fucking weight, for the for like the top heavyweights, isn't he? He's a pretty short guy in comparison.
I think he's 6'4", but he's short compared to Volkov for sure.
Yeah, to Volkov,
yeah. That's what I mean. So I feel like if Waldo can land on him, then Pereira probably could too. But then again, I mean, we haven't really seen much.
Yeah, but I think Sergey Pavlovich. I'm sorry, Bromo. Especially if we see the marauder Sergey Pavlovich that fought Thaleson Teixeira, that doesn't give a fuck about anything. I think he's over the Tommy knockout, the Tommy Aspinall knockout.
Yeah.
If we see that Sergey Pavlovich, it's another level of fighter.
I think that Thaleson knockout has lit a fire in Pavlovich now. I don't think he's going to be the same gun-shy guy that he has been. I think he knows, right, I can still do this. I can still just, like, march forward and fucking knock these guys out. Apart from the guys that are, like, top 5 level, maybe, like we say, the top 3 guys, I think Pavlovich probably doesn't beat, obviously.
Yeah.
But, like, I think Pavlovich knows now, all right, I can still do this. I can still knock these guys out. And against Josh Hokit, I think it's there for the taking, especially I mean, we saw Curtis Blades rock Hokit in their fight. So if Pavlovich is going to land on him, he's going to do more than rock him. He's going to fucking put him out cold.
Yep. Another good thing to talk about there too is like Hokit. The one thing he has in the matchups we've seen him in, as I said, is the athleticism and just being faster. He doesn't have a lot of power at heavyweight, so it's like he doesn't even have that one hit acquita that could maybe win him a fight, where it's like we might look at a Derek Lewis nowadays. Derek, he's going to lose, right? We've seen that. But a couple years ago, Lewis was primed to knock anybody out if he connected. Hokit doesn't have that. So it's like Hokit really has to out athleticism these guys the entire time. And I don't think that he's going to be able to do that, especially with the top 3. But then even with Pavlovich, the size differential, the power advantage for Pavlovich. Also, Pavlovich likely not going to be afraid to wade in the fire. As I think if like Pavlovich goes up against Aspinall again, I think that we might see him be a bit more gun shy again, right? Being like, oh, this guy KO'd me last time I was in there with him. But like against Hokit, I think Pavlovich just has that look in his eyes and just fucking walks him down.
I agree.
I would pick Sergey to beat Alex. I don't think Alex is top 3 of the division. I
Really?
think that the top 3 right now is Tony Aspinall, then Ciryl Gane, then Sergey. And imagine Josh Hokit, like that. There is
Wow.
no chance.
So where would you rank Alex then? Would he be like
Fourth,
fourth? All
he's
right,
better
okay.
than Volkov.
All right, okay. So do you think? So do you think like the top five really is like Ciryl, um,
Ton.
sorry, Tom, Ciryl, Pavlovich, Alex, and then Volkov? Is that your?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Yeah, but like maybe Waldo Cortez Acosta is top 5 because he won that fight. He won that fight against Volkov. Like
Maybe.
I will die
Yeah.
on this hill.
Maybe
He
maybe they
got
need to
robbed
run
on that fight.
back. Maybe they need to run that back. But then again,
Mhm.
they're not going to, are they? But I mean, because I mean, Dana did say that they're going to make things right for Volkov, and since then,
Yeah, right.
I mean, he's had no title shot on, he's been nowhere near close to it. So like that's nice from Dana, right? Even though he beat
But I
Ciryl
would
Gane,
still, even though he got robbed, Waldo would still maybe that was an off night by Volkov because he beat Ciryl Gane. We cannot
Yeah.
forget that.
I
That's
reckon you
true.
could do Hokit and Waldo. Just do that.
That's the best fight to be made. That's the best fight to be made on a matchmaking level. But I don't think they will. Like the UFC wants to put Hokit on a big fight. They don't give a
Big
fuck if
money
he
fight.
gets killed.
Yeah, big
Yeah.
money fight. I think Hokit beats Waldo. I've never rated Waldo. People like glazing Waldo because he fought 5 times in 1 year, and they were like, "Yeah, oh my god, Waldo's gonna beat Tom," and
No.
it's like it was a ridiculous glaze, and people forget
Yeah.
in that 5-fight run that he went on, he lost to Pavlovich, a gun-shy Pavlovich, by the way, like not this Pavlovich that just fought Teixeira. He lost to that version, so. Fighting Tom, I don't know what people were fucking getting at. I think people just liked him because he fought 5 times in 1 year,
Yeah.
and he wore it, and he put an eye patch on. I think that was pretty much it. But I think Hokit would
Yep.
slime him out. I don't think Waldo's top 5 though. I really don't. I think if Waldo and Volkov ran it back, I think Volkov would probably just do the same but better. If you know what I mean, he'd probably just get
Maybe.
range for the
I think
first 3
it's the
rounds
same.
again. Yeah.
I think the same.
Yeah,
Yeah.
which is kind of.
I would agree with that.
I mean, I picked Volkov to beat him, and I was pretty happy that I got it right. But I agree with you guys; it's kind of weird. Like if you look at it damage-based, you always go on about damage-based scoring.
Yep.
You really do have to kind of score it for Waldo, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, it's a tough one, dude. So watching it live, I was pissed because I went with Waldo and I thought Waldo won, but then I actually rewatched it and I can see why they went with Pavlovich because really Waldo just has punches, right? And I think Pavlovich landed not Pavlovich, fucking Volkov. You know what I'm saying? Volkov landed a couple head kicks in there. He had the front kicks going the whole time. And I think like when you actually look at the damage, I don't think either guy was necessarily like battered and bruised more than the other. I think they were both beating each other up. And then you start to kind of weigh the effects of like a head kick as opposed to a couple punches. I guess I could see why it went Volkov's way. It's not as egregious as like Volkov versus Gane in the second fight that they had, where I think Gane completely robbed him. And Gane thought so too. Gane, did you guys remember how Gane reacted? He was shocked that he won. Was already walking out of the octagon. Like the guy was already out.
Yeah, that was a crazy. That fight was just ridiculous. I don't know how Gane even got the fucking nod there. But, I mean, they were saying that Gane was injured, and I guess he kind of proved that right, because obviously what he did to, Alex, I guess, fucking smoking Alex in 2 rounds, which is, impressive.
I think Alex, there's a mistake, like Alex was too focused on being like big for heavyweight, and I don't think that's the strategy. I think we need light heavyweight Alex on heavyweight. I think that's just the better strategy. Speed.
Weighing in at like 206,
weighing in like 210, like 211. I think
at the White House card. Can you remember?
216, I think 216, 220, that range.
Like I thought he weighed more.
I think I mean he looked like more. He was all in his fucking.
No, here it's more. It's more. I confused because in kilos, I know he weighed 106 kilos, I think I don't know how much that is in pounds.
251 it looks like.
251.
Yeah, he weighed more than Ciryl.
Wow. That's crazy. Yeah, I agree with you, Victor. And I did say that the extra weight going in would probably play a factor, and I think it did. I think it really did.
You had a
Yeah.
nice read.
Oh, I did.
Yeah.
And my other read was there's something to be said about Alex adjusting
Going
to,
up a weight class.
I'm a fucking genius. I am the clever. I actually know more than you guys. Definitely do.
Yeah, that's right. That's why you went with Krylov when Whitaker went up. Yeah,
Look,
we all know.
We don't need to talk about that. You'll never find a clip of me saying that. You'll never find a clip.
No, but dude, the thing is too, I was actually wondering this. Like, bro, I saw, I'm sure you guys saw the clip. Like, that's like an edited clip of like Ciryl fucking with Alex, right? Where he's like ducking under and Alex is like biting on the feints and shit.
Dude,
First of all,
reacted to everything.
Yeah, it was horrible to watch. Rewatch that because I'm like, fuck, man. But he really made my.
I
guy
never
look bad.
did.
Yeah,
I
it's
only
bad,
watched
bro.
the sequence of the nape shots to. We need to talk about that also, like when we were talking about that fight, because Alex could very well have recovered if that shit didn't happen. But MMA is not made of ifs.
I don't
and it's gone.
I disagree, to be honest, because when he dropped him the first time, right, when he dropped him with the jab, he landed three massive looping hooks to the side of the head. Bang, bang. 3 of them as hard as he could.
Why I oughta?
Yeah, like literally looping them like boom.
Yeah, it was crazy, dude.
Maybe it doesn't matter really.
Well, I think you would say that because you're Brazilian and you don't want to talk about it. But I think the master headshots is an easy way for people to say, well, let's just delegitimize that win, and it's a fair criticism to have. But I don't think, I think really those looping shots to the side of the head would have done more damage than those back of the head shots, because some of them missed, and some of them were like just behind the ear. There was a few, like I'd say like 2 or 3 that did land there, and I'm not saying
4,
and I'm not saying that like
4 to 5
that they would have made they wouldn't have made any difference, but I really think those 3 looping bang 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 as he was on his knees and he's like taking them like this clean.
Yeah,
I don't think there's any coming back.
I don't know how he stood back up, bro. Like that's what's fucking wild. It's like, how do you stand? Like the guy gets dropped by the jab, and then he's like just getting bopped, but he stands back up. Like I swear, Poaton's got some Frankenstein in him, bro. Like he turns into fucking Frankenstein. Like he just fucking walks through shit.
The dude's shin is good. He got caught with both his feet on the air by the jab. That
and you know what though, the inside leg kick of Ciryl on that fight, guys. Like if I can go back and find the clip of my stream, but I was worried for Alex going into round 2 because I told my fucking stream, I'm like, guys, that leg is fucked. His lead leg was destroyed. No, I did. No, but you could see.
He's got to start checking.
You can see the swelling. Yeah, the swelling, man. It was bad, like super red, and like that also makes it harder for him to just even have his equilibrium on the feet. Like I bet you his fucking lead leg. I bet he was losing feeling in it. Like it probably went numb above the knee. You know what I mean?
I think a big part
since
of that drop. Sorry, Victor. Just on that drop, it probably was part of the lead leg, and also people. I mean. People were saying that, like, oh, Alex just like rushed in there. Like, I had a debate in the Discord chat with Markwell, if he's watching. And shout out to you. We had a debate, and he was saying like Alex just like ran forward and he ran into a jab and this and that. And I was like, no, Alex threw a jab at the same time, and Ciryl slipped his jab and landed his jab as well. So it's like they were both throwing jabs at the same time. It's just Ciryl slipped Alex's and then landed his. So Alex is going into his jab, but he's also trying to throw. He's trying to throw a punch too. So like, it's a clean shot, and I think he just ran into it, Ciryl Gane's fist, because Ciryl slipped his jab. That's what happened. But oh well. Anyway, that fight's been and gone. We all got upset about it. We were all depressed. We all wanted Ciryl to fucking get slimed out. Yeah, and it didn't happen. But I think Josh Hokit probably does lose to Alex. But then again, does he? Does Hokit lose to
It's
Alex?
dude. It's a weird one because it's like, look, Pereira. I believe in Pereira as much as anyone else. It's just I'm worried now because it's like he did take a lot of fucking damage from that Gane fight. And I almost question too. It's like he's been at these lower weight classes, right? Obviously, he trains with heavyweights and shit, but I think that there might be a big difference in the damage and like his ability to withstand the damage in the 4-ounce gloves, right? And it just adding up in that fucking fight with Ciryl Gane. So it's like, I don't know, like Hokit's got this weird ability to like fucking tire guys out and, you know, be fast. But dude, I just think the leg kicks from Pereira are going to fuck him. You know what I mean? If Pereira goes out there with that leg kick game, he's going to fuck him up, in my opinion.
Victor.
I can take that fight seriously. I cannot. What about Tommy? What about our champion? I miss the guy.
Me too,
I
man.
miss Tommy Aspinall fighting.
Right.
Fuck Ciryl Gane, by the way. Fuck
Yeah.
that French shit.
I just want to say something now, and if anyone's here, I hate saying this, but I think Ciryl Gane beats Tom Aspinall, to be honest. I think Ciryl Gane's going to beat Tom. And I don't like saying that, but I really think he
I don't
is,
think
bro.
so.
He is. He's so good. He is good.
Yeah.
He's good. I don't think Tom, he's not on the same level as kickboxing. Like nowhere
No.
near.
I don't think he's as good as Prime Pavlovich. I think it's way harder to knock out Prime Sergey Pavlovich coming. Yes. I think it's way harder to knock out that version of Sergey Pavlovich, which was coming off like vicious, brutal knockout after back-to-back brutal knockout, than it is to beat Ciryl Gane. I think that first round was good because Ciryl Gane is good at first rounds, but there was a lot of fight to be had after that first round. And
by the way,
Tommy Aspinall is very good at MMA.
Look, I'm not saying that based off of like the first round of the first fight. There's a lot of factors, you know. A lot of people.
There's the grappling too.
Well, yeah, I know, but like, here's the thing, right? I don't grant that Pavlovich is a harder win than Ciryl Gane. I just don't think so. Yes,
that version of Pavlovich.
Yeah, but like Pavlovich was just like he was just scary because he was like knocking everyone out. But as we've said, if you're not obese, then you're gonna do fine at heavyweight. They're all fat blobs that are shit. So Pavlovich is knocking out fat blobs. We've all said that heavyweight shit. You literally joined the call, right, and said, oh, that black guy and that fat guy. You didn't even know who the fuck they were called, and I don't even know who you're talking about. Still.
And Fight Feed doesn't know who they are, which is even more scary.
Exactly. Like,
Yeah.
Yes, Pavlovich was scary, but he was knocking out like fat blobs. And Taliesin's not good, but like I feel like based on what we saw against Alex, and everyone was. Even you, Victor, you were like, Alex destroys Tom, he destroys Gane, and Gane just had Alex react. I'll try and send you that like little compilation of him literally reacting to every single feint that Gane threw. I think
that a good version of Alex? I think this is the essence of the point. Like, okay, he beat Alex in an impressive fashion, but as you said, it is your own argument. There is something to be said about Alex moving up a weight class. He was looking fat in that fight.
He had a fat ass.
Probably probably he was low. Like, was that a good version of Alex Pereira? Was that version comparable to Tommy Aspinall?
Maybe not.
I think it's strange.
Well, one other thing to factor in there.
I also think. Sorry,
thing to factor in there though. Oh, go ahead. You good?
Just one more thing on the whole thing. I think also Tom coming back from his injury is going to play a big factor. He's going to be really worried, I think, about getting too close to Ciryl Gane because of the eye pokes. Unless he just goes in and rugby tackles Gane to the ground in the first round and gets a submission or ground and pound or whatever. I think Tom's going to be very hesitant in this fight. He's not going to want to risk his eyesight, his health. I think he's going to be very, very timid in there against Ciryl Gane, who's coming off the biggest win of his career on the biggest stage. I just really think Gane's going to have all the confidence and all the speed and skill on the feet, and Tom's going to be too scared. Not because he's scared of Ciryl, but because he's scared of getting eye gouged again, which is a fair fear to have.
True.
I just really think I just have to be honest. I just think that Gane's going to beat him, and it fucking kills me to say, but I've just got to be real.
So I kind of feel the same way, to be honest, because of like what we've seen. But I am still going to pick Tom because I'm riding for my guy. But at the same time, you also have to think about this, though. I have one little thing to add to that. Tom has been famous for saying fear is what motivates him, right? Like going into the Pavlovich fight, he was so afraid of Pavlovich that like made him dangerous. So maybe that plays a factor. But I also want to just bring up this, and people are going to call it cope. But I have been the one, I feel like one person on YouTube who's been saying how everyone thinks there was one eye poke from Ciryl, right? The one that ended the fight. There was this, he did the same poke
on the takedown.
Yeah, on the takedown attempt. And there was nothing called, nothing stopped by the ref. So I also have to add, it depends who's the ref in the fucking octagon. Like, are we going to get a ref who's got some balls and actually call fouls? Because that could change things a bit as well.
We need Herb Dean in there. That's who we need.
Yeah. Fucking someone's going to die. Yeah. Fucking, it'll really settle it.
Oh, yeah. No, I think.
But yeah.
I think the best referee for it's probably. I don't even know. They're all shit. If I had to pick, I mean.
Keith Peterson, probably.
I was going to say Keith.
The problem with Keith Peterson is that if someone decides to not stop after the other guy is out, Keith Peterson sure as shit and getting Ciryl Gane or John Aspinall off the other guy.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, dude, they had Jason Herzog in the first fight, which is crazy. Like, why is 5'7" Jason Herzog wrangling heavyweights? And also, fuck Jason Herzog. Yeah, we do, honestly. Yeah. Even though Beltran sometimes lets the fouls go, like, he just doesn't see them. But, like, Herzog,
he probably had a knife.
No, but, dude, Herzog's literally like, the thing about cheating, it works. And then he fucking lets it happen. And it's like, bro, are you fucking dense? Like, look, I like Herzog. He's a nice guy. He's always like, no coaching, please. No coaching. Like, dude, come on. You got to take this shit serious. And I don't trust any of the refs. Maybe Mark Goddard. Nobody. Yeah. But, Herb's just going to say, don't do that again. And like fucking Tom's eye will be hanging out of his.
And it's 9/11.
Yeah, literally, dude.
To be fair, Mark Goddard doesn't take any shit though. So like, he will shout at Ciryl. To be fair, like he'll be like, "Hey, buddy, no eye pokes, buddy. Also going to take a point, buddy." And I think he would take a point. Like
Don't do that. Don't do that again. Herb Dean to Jeffrey Dahmer.
Right. I think. Look, Fight Feed needs to go soon because he's going to record a video. So I think we've exhausted this topic of Josh Hokit and the heavyweights. Yeah. In conclusion, I think Josh Hokit, he's just trying to promote himself. Obviously, it's working. I don't mind the trash talk, but I feel like he needs to be careful of who he's doing it to because he's gonna end up on one of those when trash talking goes wrong, like Namo Fazil type shit.
That's bound to happen. That's bound to happen.
But especially when
he can't avoid it.
Fucking Tom and Alex and Ciryl Gane, it's just not a good idea. Right.
What's the next topic?
Jiri Prochazka and Paulo Costa. So this is the last topic because we only have two.
Is this confirmed?
No,
it's rumored.
It is rumored. Get this, for the interim title.
I like it.
No,
I like it. I love it.
No, look, I like the fight. I love the fight. It's a great fight. But I can't.
Who's fighting for the interim?
I can't.
If not, then
I can't justify.
Ankalaev.
No, but I this is it. It's like it's really, really tough. But I can't justify Jiri getting another title shot. This is look. We all complain about Ciryl.
But I just thought about that. He's gonna get another title.
Exactly. Shot. This is what. So he's had Glover Teixeira, Alex Pereira twice, Carlos Ulberg, and now another 5. That's more than Ciryl Gane's had. That's more.
He has how many fights in the UFC? He has how many fights? I think it's a crazy proportion.
Like 7 or 8.
He doesn't have as many as you'd expect, actually, believe it or not.
Like 8
I'm going to pull up.
Or 9. Maybe 8 or 9 fights, and he's had 5 title fights. So over 50% of his fights have been for the title, and he's lost. He's won out of 4 title shots, he's lost 3.
See, he has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 fights,
Yeah, 9
and
fights.
4 were for the title.
Yes, all right, yes.
4 were for the title. So we are going to 10 with 5 title fights, 50% of the fights
and
for the title.
And he's lost 3 of those title fights. I love Jiri. He's my guy. I will always defend him, but I have to be fair. We all moan at Ciryl Gane for getting infinite title shots. We all moan about Israel Adesanya getting infinite title shots, despite being a defending champion. We cannot say, yes, Jiri gets a title shot. We can't do it. He doesn't deserve a title shot.
We can. I mean, we can do whatever the fuck we want. And to be honest, I'm doing it. If I am Hunter Campbell, I am booking that exact same fight for the interim title. Like Ankalaev, you are not going to fight even for the interim after the shit you pulled off against a guy on short notice.
Yeah, true.
Yeah,
like
true.
you didn't show a level. I mean, he showed levels, but in the same way that Umar Nurmagomedov showed levels to fucking Davidson Figueiredo on that first card of the year. Like, you do not deserve anything after a fight like that against a guy on short notice who is way below you in the ranking. Like, we cannot do that, and we need an interim champion. True. Therefore, Paulo Costa against Jiri Prochazka. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck, to be honest.
Yeah, it's a tricky one, because, like, there's no one else that deserves a shot. Because, like, all the guys in the top 5, I think, are, like, coming off a loss, apart from Ankalaev. But Ankalaev's last fight was that fucking dull, and you can't do another Paddy versus Justin type interim title fight. So the only guy really is Jiri. But I don't think you can justify it, like, if you're being consistent. And I know, like, look, if Jiri wins the interim title, I'm going to be so happy. I'll be the happiest guy on planet Earth. But if we're being consistent, right, he's just got KO'd in the first round of his last title fight.
Yeah.
He doesn't deserve an interim title fight. He just doesn't.
I mean, but who's there else? Like, you need to justify it, saying, like, you can justify the interim belt. If there's going to be an interim belt, you need to justify who's going to be on it. It's not like Gaethje and Petty, who Arman was there.
I think, right, do Jiri and Costa, fairs. Winner fights Ankalaev for the interim. Why not do that? That makes more sense, in my opinion. Does that not make more sense?
That's fair.
Well, I think
that's fair.
I think you do Jiri and Paulo as a co-main, right? Or as a main event of a fight night. Fuck it, all right? 5-round war. That'll be a great, great fight. And then the winner of that fight, because we don't know how long Carlos Albert's going to be out for. If he's out to, like, mid next year or something, then Ankalaev and the winner of this fight could turn around and fight before Carlos comes back. And it gives Carlos time to recover, have a camp, make sure, like,
Do you want to know what's happening?
Make sure that, like, the ACL's fine and shit. I think you do Jiri and Paulo Costa, which is a banger fight. Winner of that fights Ankalaev for the interim, and then the winner of that fights Carlos. You can't give someone a title shot after just getting KO'd in the first round in a title fight. I can't justify
I'm gonna tell you exactly what's happening. There is a fucking event in Salt Lake City in October, I believe.
Yep.
And there is no one to fight on it. Like, there is no title fight. So it's either Jiri and Costa for the interim, or a Valentina Shevchenko title fight.
She's already the co-main. She's already the co-main.
Or Harrison Nunes.
What do you mean already the co-main?
I think it got announced that she's the co-main.
Wait, could you imagine, right? Harrison Nunes main event, Shevchenko co-main. Oh my god, I'm not watching that shit.
It's like that meme of Giga Shed with a fucking lantern on his face telling a scary story. Yeah. We are going to have a Valentina Shevchenko title defense as the main event of a numbered card. Like, we don't have options now.
No, I know.
Do you want that shit?
No.
Tell me you want that shit.
No, look.
Tell me that's better.
I understand completely, right, that there's no other there is no other option for it, right? I understand that. But at the same time, I cannot be like, that'll be his 5th title fight. After losing 3 of them and being KO'd in the first round in his last one. I can't justify that shit. I
Dude,
just
okay.
can't.
Here's what UFC should do, right? What they've done in the light heavyweight division before, when someone actually failed a drug test, they ended up getting rewarded with a title shot in Salt Lake City. So Volkan Ozdemir, he just fucking, I think he failed a drug test. So let's just somehow get Volkan Ozdemir back in there, and we'll do a rematch, or we'll have him versus Paulo Costa. It's good to go. But honestly, dude, being serious, Jiri does not deserve this shot. No. Whatsoever. But it's like what's crazy to me. It is sort of that, and then also like how crazy it is that Paulo Costa is, just went to light heavyweight. He's the only guy with a fucking win streak right now, like in the top of the division. Yeah, well, Whitaker's got one. Like Paulo's got two because of the fucking Roman Kopylov win. Which, dude, that's the best win streak in the top of the division, which is actually fucking insane when you really break it down. No, that was middleweight. So maybe it doesn't even count, right? If we're talking light heavyweight, it's only Whitaker, Ankalaev, and Paulo that are on like win streaks. But then also, fuck Carlos Ulberg. Do you know why I say fuck Carlos? He's the only fucking douchebag in the light heavyweight division to get injured, like all the other champs have in recent years, who all said, I'm gonna release the belt. He's gonna hold on to that shit because he's a fucking dickhead.
Yeah.
I'm going to hold on to the fucking belt and fuck you guys. No, everyone else got rid of the belt. Like, that is one thing I give Jiri a pass for. We wouldn't have this situation if Jiri was like Ulberg and just said, I got injured. I'm going to hold my belt anyways, though. Like, he would have held it for however, God knows how long. You know what I mean?
I don't mind that, to be honest. I think that the guy needs to think about himself.
True.
And like the guy was already fucked by the UFC. He was on an insane win streak. He didn't get any big fights. Like the guy is more old than most people think. He gives up the belt. Probably the UFC doesn't even give him the immediate rematch because no one likes the guy. So I don't blame him for that, to be honest. Hey, Oscar.
How does Oscar feel about this?
Oscar, what do you think? Speechless, mate. Absolutely speechless. He has no idea. I think he's fuming as well. No, look. On a real note, if Jiri does get the shot, I mean, I'm not going to act like I'm not going to be excited for it because he's my guy. Obviously, if he becomes champ again, I will celebrate. But at the same time, I can't. It's the same like if Paddy beat Gaethje, I'd still celebrate because he's a fellow Brit. But I can still say he doesn't deserve it. But I can still be happy at the outcome because if the fight happens, I'm not just going to be like, this fight, I'm not going to watch this one because it's
going to be dope as fuck.
Exactly, it's going to be a banger. But I'm not going to be like, no, these guys don't deserve it, so I'm going to prove a point and boycott it. No, fuck that. I'm going to watch that shit. And on that fight, who do we think wins that fight? Who do we think wins?
I think Jiri wins, to be honest.
I think Jiri wins. I'm rooting for Jiri with all my heart. I'm gonna fucking print a Jiri Prochazka shirt on that shit. And I think Jiri gets it done.
I reckon, right, for that card, if you guys want to, we do a joint fight companion for the Jiri card, and we all wear Jiri merchandise for it. How's that?
Let's do a ponytail. Start growing your hairs, guys.
Oh yeah,
dude. It's gonna take me a long time to have. But.
I might just buy like a fucking. There'll be some like Jiri wig on fucking like.
For sure, dude.
Etsy or something. But I mean,
let's go for that.
Either way, I'm gonna do a fight companion for Jiri because I don't do them, but I'll do it for Jiri. So like, if you guys want to do a joint one for the card, or if you want to do your own, me and Victor can do one for.
We'll all pop in. We'll all do it. Let's do it. Fucking
let's go for
the CTE show. But yeah, dude, I just think that Jiri gets Paulo. Like I just think that look, Paulo Costa got Mirzakhanov, and I think that was sort of probably a stylistic thing. But Paulo Costa is very good. It's just against a guy like Jiri. The body kicks aren't going to stop Jiri from going forward, and Yuri's
you need
going
to have power.
I'm
sorry, Fight Feeder. I'm sorry. You can continue.
No, you're good. That's exactly what I'm saying.
Yeah, I'm just gonna say you need power to put the Jiri Prochazka the fuck out. If not, you're gonna get zombie rushed infinitely until you get knocked out. And Paulo Costa doesn't have that power.
No,
But what if,
exactly.
hypothetically, if Paulo did win, which I don't think he will, I'm obviously going to pick Jiri. I'll pick Jiri in every single fight, even if it's a mismatch. I'd pick Jiri Prochazka to beat Ciryl Gane if it happened.
Alex Pereira in the
rematch.
rematch.
Easily. Listen, Alex is running away from that fucking trilogy, dude, because he knows.
Yeah, right.
Yuri's setting up that trilogy fight, and he wanted no part of it. No, but if Paulo does beat Jiri, what does he do? Does he cut down to middleweight? Because like he doesn't cut weight for light heavyweight. Like he maybe cuts like 5 pounds tops. He doesn't cut weight. So
you're saying if Paulo loses, you mean?
No, if Paulo beats Jiri, what does Jiri do next? Does he stay around, or does he try and cut down to middleweight and have a run there? Because he doesn't cut weight.
I think that's his plan. That's his plan. It's probably what he will do. He spoke about this before because he said, like, cannot fight with Alex. I'm thinking about going down to the middleweight, and probably it's what we should assume.
And he smokes Sean Strickland. Oh, he kills that guy. He kills him. Come on.
Maybe.
Yeah,
maybe.
He probably gives him hard time, yeah.
You cannot Philly shell Jiri Prochazka. You can't Philly shell that.
You cannot.
It doesn't work.
You cannot.
And look, the teeps and the jab. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter against Jiri Prochazka. And Sean has got pillow hands. He's not knocking out Jiri Prochazka. Jiri would kill Sean Strickland, and it'll be glorious. And he could probably have a decent run as middleweight champion, to be honest.
But then he's gonna get Khamzat Chimaev, and he's gonna get fucked
again. Doesn't matter. He will
we get the Yiddish champion one more time.
He will flying knee KO Khamzat as he shoots for a fucking double leg from 3.
One more time.
Well, dude, I would worry about his chin, though. I feel like at middleweight, he'd probably, like, I don't know, man. I was just thinking about it.
There's no power there. Yeah, no one has power there.
Yeah, but this is what I'm saying. He doesn't cut weight to make 205. Like
he's cutting to be at middleweight. Because, dude, he's kind of chinny at light heavyweight, if we're being honest, right? Like, Jamal Hill dropped him. So, like, which Jamal Hill's got power, but, like...
He didn't drop him, did he?
I think he did. I think he got one. He got one.
I don't remember that. I don't remember that.
I don't think
I'll check the stats.
Yeah.
He definitely, if he didn't drop him, he did wobble him. There were definitely
wobbled
happening.
him. I think he wobbled him. Jamal had good moments in that fight. He got round 2. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, he did. Yeah. Listen, I think Yuri's chin will be fine because he'll cut down to 185. All right, which is, by the way, they recommend to cut a maximum of 20% of your body weight. Cutting from 205 to 185 is like just over 10%. I think Yuri's going to be fine. I think that's an easy weight cut for a fighter, 20 pounds.
Middleweight is a grappler's division, though, except for Sean Strickland. Like, we got Borralho, we've got Khamzat Chimaev, RDR was there. So it's what I said. It's one more time of Yuri champion, and that's it, because I don't see he surviving against even Imavov. I think Imavov fucks him up. I think Sean Strickland is a very, very specific matchup in which he excels because it's chaos against order, and I think chaos there tends to win, especially if you don't got power to put Yuri out cold.
Well, I don't appreciate you guys not having faith for my GOAT to beat Khamzat Chimaev via brutal round 1 KO destruction.
Oh, dude, Khamzat, I don't know what's going to happen with Khamzat, bro, but that is one fight. If the rematch between Khamzat and Strickland gets booked, I promise you, I will watch it. I might not, though. I might not watch it just because fuck him.
Don't
fuck
lie.
him. I'll watch that shit, bro. You know I'm gonna watch.
You're gonna watch Dan Hooker versus Parnassi, dog. You're gonna fucking watch it from the early prelims. There's gonna be an opener on the early prelims.
We're gonna be there.
It's gonna be a women's fight.
Yep.
I'm not
gonna know who the fuck it is, and we're gonna lock in, and I'm gonna fucking react like it's Yuri knocking out Khamzat.
You're gonna light one up.
That's right.
You're gonna
maybe several, but dude, seriously,
definitely several.
Here's the thing. I just feel like with Yuri, it's like, dude. So actually, speaking of sparking one up, I got high the one night, and I watched round 3 of Yuri versus Khalil. Oh. Like, I've already seen it. My jaw was dropped. And I'm like, this is literally this fucking round right here is all you need to show anybody about MMA. because it is
round
just
ever.
glorious.
It's my favorite.
The
I
way
had
he walked him
casuals with
down.
me. I had like some women, like not casuals, like
Women,
people
right?
that were people that were completely oblivious to the sport. We were doing, because it was Alex against Ankalaev. We were doing a barbecue, and they were watching that fight. Like the women loved it. Like
Yeah.
I would expect the
women love
guys to
Yuri.
love it.
Dude, the women love
I would expect the guys to love it. They were a bit like,
Gay.
okay. The
So-
women were like,
the gay.
oh my god, this is so good. This is so
Yeah.
good.
So-
It was an impressive night of fights, a good one for casuals and uninformed people to see. And the fight that most got them was Yiri's. And I remember that they asked me, like, who is the favorite on this one? And Yiri was getting fucked up. And I said, it's the white guy. And immediately Yiri put him out cold.
I
Fucking
actually
crazy.
just want to point out before we wrap up, because Fight Feed needs to go and record, and I need to go to sleep. I said during my live stream, I said, guys, live odds don't matter in a Jiri Prochazka fight. And then
They
round
don't.
3 comes along, and boom! Oh, bro, that's my favorite round ever. My favorite round of all
Yes.
time. I've watched that round. I don't even know how many. I've lost count genuinely how many times. And as soon as the KO happens, I rewind it, play it again, rewind it, play
dude.
it again. Oh, it's so good.
It's so crazy to watch because you could see Khalil like literally having a problem with Yuri still walking forward. Like Khalil is exhausted, and dude, Yuri's getting hurt by some of the shots. Still, just like fuck it, I'm gonna keep going. And like, dude, that shit right there. The only thing that matters about live odds in a Yuri fight is if you're a bettor, you better fucking hammer Yuri when he's the underdog in going into the last round, because that motherfucker's gonna finish the fight.
And
It's fucking awesome,
It's
man.
like Victor said earlier. You need to have like one punch KO power.
Yep.
To really put Yuri
Yep.
out. Khalil doesn't have that. The only person
Nope.
or people that have that or had that at 205 is Alex, and it's Carlos Ulberg. Every other light heavyweight gets smoked, in my opinion.
Yeah,
I think
I agree.
Ankalaev beats him by points. I think Ankalaev
Why
is
have you gotta
that
ruin?
good.
Why have you got to ruin everything? Why you have to be a fucking spoil sport and ruin everything? Nobody does that.
I can't be I can't be a casual, bro. I can't be seen with you talking casual takes, to be honest. But you are my friend. I will tolerate it. But I need to make clear to the audience that I understand about the sport, and like my co-host that I love very much.
Same guy, by the way, that said Pereira's going to KO Gane and make it look easy. Just saying. So, who's the casual now, buddy? Anyway, on that note, thank you all for joining this special news round reaction type CTE show. I enjoyed this. We're going to do more of them. Are we going to recap
Fight
the China
feed.
card? Or
Wednesday or Thursday, do you want to do one on Fight Night that happened just now, RoboCop and Hernandez, because that was so good.
It was good, but I almost think if we do another one, should we maybe do a preview? Well, you know what? Let's chat about it. We'll figure it out. I gotta check my
So guys,
schedule. I'll let you know.
maybe expect. I'm asking now because to say to the audience like, oh, we're gonna have it or not. But maybe guys, we're gonna drop another one before Sunday, and definitely we're gonna record on Sunday about the card or about other things that are happening in the sport.
Yes, sir.
100%.
Hell yeah.
So like and subscribe. All our links are down below, and we'll see you in the next one, boys. Goodbye.
Hell yeah. Peace out, boys.
Goodbye.